So for some reason, the Trump campaign continues to think that it's a good idea to send people like Eric Trump and his wife, Lara Trump, out to do interviews, despite being completely unprepared and unqualified to be doing them, in favor of Donald Trump's reelection campaign. Last week, we had this interview that Eric Trump did with ABC's Jonathan Karl. It went horribly wrong. And then this weekend, we had an interview on CNN with Jake Tapper interviewing Eric Trump's wife, Lara Trump. And if you're even at all human, you almost start to feel bad for her. You know, some of us do have this empathy response because of how horribly wrong this went. We did learn over the last 4 years, tens of millions of Americans have no empathy response. Some of us still do. Let's look at some clips of this. Jake Tapper mentions the town hall questioning related to when did Trump last test negative for coronavirus? Is it possible Trump knew at the first debate with Joe Biden that he had the virus? And Lara Trump just falls apart.
President Trump gave four different answers in about 60 seconds. Four different answers on whether or not he had tested for coronavirus before the first debate. You were at the first debate. Yes or no, did President Trump test negative within 72 hours of that first debate, as was required by the debate rules?
I assume the answer is yes. I was not physically there with him, and I worked for the campaign, not in the White House. So
Okay.
I'm giving you my honest answer. I do not know, but I assume the answer is that he tested negative.
But you don't know for a
I don't see why
you don't know for a
So
fact.
why would the president knowingly test positive and go to a debate? That's
I didn't say he did. I'm just we've been trying to get a straight answer for weeks as to when he last tested negative, and we haven't gotten an answer.
He tested negative. I'm sure it is.
Okay, but you don't know. Okay. So here's the question. You're not giving a direct answer. You don't know. I'll take you at your word.
So, of course, at this point, the most likely scenario is that Trump either simply had no test before the debate. Remember, they said on the honor system, oh, we're too late for the debate to test us, but we tested negative. They either didn't really test Trump, or they tested and he came up positive and they covered it up so that Trump could participate. And Lara Trump asks, why would Trump do that? Like, why would Trump deceive anybody? The reasons range from relatively benign, like Trump just really wanted to go to the debate, to the sinister, like Trump wanted to try to infect Joe Biden. I'm not alleging either side, but I'm telling you there's a very broad range of why Trump would cover up or not be tested for coronavirus. The answers are all bad. None of them is good. This continues with Lara Trump. Lara Trump then asked about the chance of lock her up that are frequent at Donald Trump's rallies when Trump attacks Gretchen Whitmer. Gretchen Whitmer, the Democratic governor of Michigan, against whom a plot was uncovered to kidnap and possibly assassinate her. And Trump has actually been ginning up more ire against Gretchen Whitmer. Here is Lara Trump with complete and total whataboutism. Like, sometimes people threaten me too.
Director tweeted last night, I am the governor's deputy digital director. I see everything that is said about and to her online. Every single time the president does this at a rally, the violent rhetoric towards her immediately escalates on social media. It has to stop. It just has to. Don't you think that the president should tone it down when talking about people about whom there have been literally threats against their lives in this very, very heightened time?
Well, gosh, I would like to show people my social media and the threats against me, the threats against my children. When you have members of, the Democrat Party coming out and telling people, get in their face, go harass them. I mean, this is not just on one
Joe
side.
But Joe Biden isn't saying things like, look, anything against you or your family or your children is horrible, detestable, and I condemn it right now. And if there were any Democratic politicians that were, throwing fuel on the fire, I would say, tone it down. Why aren't you toning it down? But I don't look at threats based on what party are the recipients. And my question is, shouldn't everybody just tone it down, including your father-in-law?
Well, look, he wasn't doing anything, I don't think, to provoke people to threaten this woman at all. He was having fun at a Trump rally. And quite frankly, there are bigger issues than this.
He was just having fun at a Trump rally, encouraging more disdain, which we know led to ire and threats of violence and a plot to kidnap a Democratic public official. Don't you get it, guys? Trump was having fun, and that's what matters. When I watched this the first time preparing it for you guys, I was reminded of something my mom used to say growing up. Whenever I would bug my little brother and just have fun at his expense, and I would say, oh, it's just fun. It's just funny. My mom would say, and I remember it like it was yesterday. Well, it's because she said it a week ago when I was bugging him, but she said, if both people aren't having fun, it's not valid fun. And I think that that would absolutely apply here. Then Lara Trump was asked to explain why she appeared to publicly mock Biden for his stuttering problem that he has had for a very long time. And Lara Trump says, no, that wasn't mocking him for stuttering. It was mocking him for cognitive decline. I had no idea that Joe Biden had a stutter.
Joe Biden, as we all know, has worked to overcome a stutter. And one of the speakers at the Democratic convention was a young boy who the vice president inspired, named Braden Harrington. Take a listen.
It was really amazing to hear that someone like me became vice president.
Braden Harrington, a very brave young boy. You made this comment earlier in the campaign about Joe Biden. Let's take a listen to that.
Every time he comes on stage or they turn to him, I'm like, Joe, can you get it out? Let's get the words out, Joe. You kind of feel bad for him.
How do you think it makes little kids with stutters feel when they see you make a comment like that?
First and foremost, I had no idea that Joe Biden ever suffered from a stutter. I think what we see on stage with Joe Biden, Jake, is very clearly a cognitive decline.
Okay.
That's what I'm referring to. It makes me uncomfortable
You have
to watch somebody on stage
that's so amazing. It's so amazing to me that
try and figure out an answer.
A cognitive decline.
Well, when you're trying to tell me that what I was suggesting was
I think that you were
stuttering,
mocking his stutter. Yeah, I think you were mocking his stutter, and I think you have absolutely no standing to diagnose somebody's cognitive decline. I would think that somebody in the Trump family would be more sensitive to people who do not have medical licenses diagnosing politicians from afar. Plenty of people have diagnosed your father from afar, and I'm sure it offends you. Your father-in-law from afar. I'm sure it offends you. You don't have any standing to say.
I'm not diagnosing him. What I'm saying, Jake,
you just talked
is
about
that
a cognitive decline.
That Joe Biden
I have one last
struggling
question for you, Lara. You can't
times on stage.
Just uncomfortable. As bad of a person as Lara Trump is, it actually makes me a little uncomfortable. I guess I don't have that sociopath gene that so many people have. To watch her implode so badly. Doesn't this campaign have to stop sending her out? Because these interviews, this can't be helping, can it? And the real hypocrisy, of course, here is Trump is a mess as far as this type of thing goes. Trump glitches and malfunctions constantly. Yoseminites. He comes off of Air Force One and can't find his limo, wanders off, has to be brought back by the arm by Secret Service. Says, where is Rudy? Rudy's sitting right in front of him. Ulysses S. Grant. He wants to know the oranges of an investigation. He said people want Donald Trump. Who is she even to be talking about cognitive decline when she's supporting Donald Trump? It just, none of it makes any sense. Really, really bad instance for Lara Trump. And again, I think they've got to stop sending her out. But who am I to suggest to them? If they think this helps them, then by all means, continue doing it. I'm really excited that one of our sponsors today is Helix Sleep. I sleep on a Helix mattress at home. I absolutely love it. And that's why I reached out to them about sponsoring the David Pakman Show. Buying a mattress in the past was always a huge guessing game for me. I didn't know what I actually needed. I didn't know what I would like. But Helix has a sleep quiz on their website. You tell them your body type, your sleeping position, your back pain issues you might have, and their tool matched me with a mattress that is perfect for me. It's cool enough at night. It's the right firmness. I generally just do way better sleeping these days because of the mattress. Helix was awarded #1 best overall mattress for the last 2 years by both GQ and Wired Magazine. It is well-deserved, I can tell you firsthand. Every Helix mattress comes with a 10-year warranty. You can try the mattress risk-free for 100 nights, and they will even come pick it up at your house if you don't love it. But I know you will. all of my viewers will get up to $200 off your order, and you'll get 2 super premium pillows for free when you go to the link right underneath this video.